Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Anno 1800. We are only one day away from the release of New Horizons, and we are still insanely far away from winning this series here. Maybe we need an honest talk between us and talk about the way how we or I could still win this game. So we currently have nearly 10k investors. That means that we would be able to unlock the heavy battle cruiser. I think that would be the ship that could help us to break through these defenses here. But to get the strong ship I just talked about, I had to switch to Enbesa. We have to get an island in Enbesa and unlock the research institute, and currently everything here belongs to our strongest opponent, and he already has several battle cruisers here in Enbesa, so I am not really seeing a chance for us to grab anything there. We are currently in the process of rebuilding everything here, or at least I try to rebuild everything. Lots of ships are still under construction and we have a lot of income. So money-wise we are more than fine. We could even start to import cigars and unlock skyscrapers, so we are in a pretty good situation. We are a little bit limited in terms of oil. That's one drawback right now, because we don't have a second island with oil supply. Oh, hey riots. And as seen in the last few episodes, we still don't have any islands in the New World left. And this heavy battle cruiser could really help us. But sadly we can't buy it. And we can't build it. So that's the current situation. There's only one island. No, we can take this island here. No, that's already ours. Sorry. We can only take the last island from the Admiral here, because that's the only island without a Big Betty.
A fire broke out.
But the other islands are more or less heavily fortified. Even here we have a Big Betty. And of course also here where we lost half of our fleet a few days ago. So it's really difficult in the current situation to decide how we can still move on. I think one way would be to just create, I don't know, 30 battle cruisers and try to somehow break through. And maybe that's the solution. And we have to do it. How much oil do we have? 25 tons. And how many power plants are we currently using? Let me just... where's our power plant here? We have one here, we have one here. And that's everything, or? We only have... Yes, we only have 2 available. And we are already boosting on 25%. So I don't think that we now have enough oil. I think we are only around 30. Yes. We have only half the amount of oil for a third power plant. So that's not really doable. And that means that we have to get rid of a few things here. Cap assembly is, to be honest, not that important. We are more in need of more firepower. At least I would say that. And that means I would prefer to create another heavy weapons factory. And of course, another dynamite factory. Do we have saltpeter? Yes, more than enough. Okay, so that's fine. And now I would boost the heavy weapons. I know we have so many problems with our unhappiness, but we have to produce more weapons, otherwise we won't get any further with our current production. And now we are producing 4 tons per minute. Okay, that's at least a little bit. Not yet the very best, but at least 4 tons of advanced weapons.
The formula is incomplete.
They are now producing 48 seconds every year. Okay. And we have 3 factories running. Can we squeeze in another one somewhere? We could get rid... How far do we get our electricity? Only until that point here. Where could we squeeze in? We need these here, otherwise we would have to build... We would need to build way more. But I think we could get rid of the ammunition factories here. Let's just place them down here. I don't care right now. Let's see if we can... 2 more advanced weapon factories. Those are electrified. Okay. How much do we have now? Okay, we are now at 6 tons per minute. That is good. That means that we can build a battlecruiser every 4 minutes. And that's something we can work with, I would say. That's okay-ish. Okay, we still have more than enough dynamite. Okay. That will help. Oh, we ran out of brass. I'm pretty sure that's my fault, because I turned off the brass import. Yes, of course I turned off the brass import. I bet I did it somewhere in the past. And as usually, forgot to turn it on again. So let's take soap. No, not good enough. 350 sewing machines for coffee. We have to produce more sewing machines. Let's use 200 tons of horses. That should help. Yes. Okay. Can we start another battlecruiser right away? Yes. And we will be able to start another one in just a few moments. Our fleet is already rising again. So let's just try to create as many ships as possible. And then we will give it one last try to break out of the situation here. And if that fails again, I will leave it for this round and acknowledge the overpowered presence of our enemies. We made some I always say we when I'm talking about mistakes. I did some mistakes within this let's play. I did not take care of Mbeza. I discovered way too late that there is a heavy battlecruiser we can build as soon as we have enough investors. Sadly, I did not know about that early enough. Okay, that was too much. But I wanted to go to 10,000 investors. Now we have to wait a little bit before we can get a few more engineers here on track, but it will only take a few moments. Okay, a few more ships are currently running out. My plan is to continue this let's play. I know I said it with the Combat Overmod and I did not upload anything because I run a little bit out of time. But this time I really intend to give it at least one more try to beat our opponents. And maybe with a few more items from all of our opponents, that will be doable. Let's see if we can grab anything useful here. 2 blue items, not really the best. No, we have way more money. I am only buying epic items and not the cheap ones, so give me purple shields. Sales are not required currently. So what about the best of the best? Okay, we are not really lucky. At least he's cheap. No, aren't there any epic items here? In terms of shields or distance, only blue. Oh, here's the first one, finally. We can reroll a few more times. We have more than enough money to pay for all this. Okay, but I think I can spend here a few million bucks before we have 4 epic items. What's that here? No, salvager item. We don't need that. Okay, I think I give up and leave it here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1 bonus, and 1 bonus. Okay, at least 2 items, but not that successful. Let's get... Oh, I'm running out of sausages. Do we have enough pig available, or do we need more? No, we have more than enough pigs. We just ran out of slaughterhouses. And that's an easy fix. So let's just build a few more here. Okay, that should solve our problem, and then we can upgrade the next few artisans to engineers and get our firepower back on track. Now, we are still missing 3 more tons of advanced weapons, and then we can also start the production of the next battle cruiser. Here is a repair ship, another battle cruiser, and also another battle cruiser. And since there is not really anything to do right now, since waiting for more ships and improving our industry from time to time a little bit, I will make it a short episode today. I will continue roughly for half an hour or maybe 45 minutes and try to create as many battleships as possible. And we will try to break through here, and if that works, we will continue this let's play, and if not, I will leave it here and decide to move on from another one, because I don't see any reason in bothering you with 20 more episodes where we are just looking at Crown Falls, trying to improve our industry a little bit and trying to break through our enemies. So let's see if I can manage to pull this one off, and otherwise we will see us again tomorrow for the release of New Horizons. So stay tuned for more. Goodbye.